DI Transform well targeting workflow can be found through the Geology menu, Well Targeting. This workflow was recommended for horizontal wells, but can also be used for deviated or vertical wells. It is used to QC and analyze wellbore data. A few things to think about before you get started. To run the well targeting module, you need 3 things within your DI Transform repository: wells and their deviation surveys, interpreted horizons or a structural or stratigraphic model of the intervals you would like to investigate, and the desired inclination to investigate within the well. DI Transform defaults to 80 degrees. For more information on generating a structural or stratigraphic model, please refer to those help guides as well. In addition, there are 2 possible error messages you can receive from this module. 1, a well doesn't achieve your desired inclination, and 2, a well falls outside of your horizon grid's structural or stratigraphic model. To start the module, go to the Geology drop-down menu, Well Targeting. Before running the well targeting module, click Launch 3D View with current data in the top right corner to link this application to a 3D scene. Now let's get started in the well setup dialog. First, choose a desired well list, or you can use all wells. Next, choose the desired inclination. Transform defaults to 80 degrees. Third, choose desired intervals to investigate the landing zones. You can load individual horizons or load a pre-generated structural or stratigraphic model. If you choose individual horizons, you will need to order the horizons correctly, plus choose a top for each base. For the horizon at the top of your layers, that will be undefined. For my model, I'm going to use a pre-generated structural model. Then I click Compute. Depending on how many wells and intervals that you're investigating, compute times can vary. As an example, this exercise with 8,500 horizontal wells and 12 intervals took about 5 minutes. Just enough time for fresh coffee and a stretch break. Once the computation is complete, you will get the error log. You can export that to a wellbore list or a CSV to investigate further by clicking the buttons in the top left. With the computation run, move to the next tab, Wellbore Results. The definition of each column header is available in the Well Targeting Workflow User Guide. You can sort the table by clicking a column header. You can move a column left or right by dragging the column header. Right-click options allow you to create well list, wellbore list, add data to 3D views, and select unselect data from the table. Notice at the bottom, the primary cutoff is enabled. Now the primary cutoff zone is enabled to increase or decrease a percent defined of a zone. If the primary cutoff zone percent isn't reached by any one zone, it will be listed as multiple zones. Next, let's look at the zone results. Use the pull-down menu to select a zone in the Select Current Zone field. The results displayed on the table show the relevant computed results for the zone in the drop-down. Here you can investigate a very specific zone. Again, you can right-click on the table to generate wellbore lists from the data in the table and reorder by clicking in the column headers. Next, let's move to the QC Wellbore Stratigraphy Tab. This is a great place to investigate the wells individually and visually. Using a left-click drag, you can zoom in on each one of the axes. There's a ton of different features at the top within the measurement modes. Click on each one of the aerials and then left-click to get those measurements on the visual. Don't want to see the numbers anymore? Click Clear. At the bottom, you have the ability to move access parameters. Over in the top left, you can adjust the opacity of the zones and add well annotation to the display. In addition, by clicking through the list, you can scroll through the wells and view each one of them. Just like any other table in DI Transform, if you want to reorder the columns, you can definitely do that by clicking column headers. Plus, you can save your cross-section displays by clicking Save Cross-Sections. That's a helpful feature for making presentations. Just let Transform know where you want to save them. Our last tab is Charts, and it's exactly that. Pie charts and histograms can be added to view the computated data statistically in the form of charts. Besides creating well lists and viewing in 3D scenes, right-click options are available, such as Set Chart Data, Add Pie Chart, Add Histogram Chart, and Delete Chart Data. Multiple charts can be added and viewed simultaneously. If you're happy with your computations, you can click Create at the bottom right from any tab within the well targeting module to write these generated attributes to the wells for use in MV stats and analysis later. The Create Well Attribute dialog will open, and you can add a suffix and prefix to the attributes as well as check the desired attributes to save. In addition, you can create and update the attributes if you've run this type of analysis prior. Once you're finished and ready to create, click Create and your attributes will write out to your Transform repository.